Well, good morning, Brad.
Good morning, Dusty.
Can you hear that?
Mm-hmm. If you guys are new, that is Dusty urinating.
Oh, I said we were going to start doing good introductions. Good morning, it's Dusty and Brad with Ben Stuller Memes podcast. How's that?
That
felt good?
That was pretty good.
Well, Brad, should we even tease people with
If you say guess, no.
So we're gonna potentially.
So the episode that was titled "You Can Be a Guest" or whatever that was.
Oh yeah, I need to check our emails after this
because we're just recording one day after that was released, so I don't know if anybody's tried to compel us.
I have not checked the official email, which is benchjewellermemes@gmail.
Mm-hmm. .com.
Yeah.
If you leave off .com, it's not going to get to us.
You think so? I don't know. So I have a few. So I did tease it. I feel confident in this. Do you remember what episode we're on?
I have no idea.
I think this is 11, right?
I guess does the BJ Mandrell episode count as an episode?
No, that was a special.
That's a special.
Yeah. So this is episode 11.
Wow.
And potentially episode 12, 13, and 14 could have guests.
Oh God.
I know, I did it.
You did it.
But we have a little less time this morning. So we have really like this last, potentially, for right now, this week to kind of just come up with something on our own to talk about. But I thought I would start this episode with some top jewelry news.
What?
Are you want to?
I think we need like a sound effect, like a...
the...
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try to find a way to add it.
No, just do it.
Oh, I just did it.
Yeah, you did it.
This just in.
Ooh.
So as of recording, this is early November. After, in October, gold hit record highs, Brad, as you well know. It was over 4,300, right?
I think so.
And we kind of just leveled back out around 4,000 and kind of hovered around there for the last, week or so, maybe more. And now we've dipped under it. So that's kind of cool, huh?
Yeah.
I was reading, I should have had this ready. Quote, with the dollar making new highs, we're seeing that having a weight on the gold market. Some of this recent strength in dollar and the weight in the gold market comes from the less likelihood of a potential rate cut in December. There you go. Update on.
Well, we're hoping to have a guest that can explain all that to us.
Yes, and I texted that potential guest, and I said, don't we have a jobs report coming out today? And he said, ADP, 42K jobs added. Survey expectations were 30,000. Gold going up to 4,080 is my guess. Mystery guest is chimed in. You want to hear some?
That's a very specific number that it will get to.
I know, right? Speaking of gold prices, I feel like I'm trying to sound all... Speaking of gold prices, the Geller book has their new update, Brad.
Ooh.
And the new pricing book, if you haven't, I think I got an email this week or last week that the new updated pricing was available based on $4,000 to $4,500 gold. So that's cool. So them prices are about to go up.
So we use Geller. But we are horrible at keeping up with the updates.
Yeah, this is release 6.60.
Do you know offhand which one, not necessarily the number, but where gold was priced on the one we're currently using? I think it's like 3 something maybe.
I think we're below 3,000 on the current one.
Oh, jeez.
Dude, it's done. It's crazy. They said they're gonna. I know that they're gonna be getting a lot of people request it, so to give it a couple weeks.
We need to get one of those people on there too.
Yeah, we should get someone from there. Here's the email. It says, we're excited to announce the Geller book release 6.6 is officially available and ready to order. The new edition was written at $4,500 gold and includes all the latest pricing updates. And then it gives you a link to order that if you already. I know we could get into this topic more. This is not really what we plan to talk about today. Although we could just do news topic today, Brad.
That would be cool. I mean, how's that work though with Geller? Like if people switch to the 4500 and then it drops to 3500, do they switch down or they just say nope?
I mean, I guess you could keep your old copies, but also, I mean, we know how this works, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, prices don't come back down.
Once they go up, they don't really go down. So we'll probably just keep that. I mean, I would imagine if gold is between, can you imagine gold being less than 3,500 in the next year? Truthfully,
I don't think so, but it could.
So I don't know. But anyway, that was the official email. I went ahead and ordered the update. I mean, and the reason I say we could just talk news topics and see where we get to is because I forgot my train of thought. Oh, the Geller book. So a lot of people are torn on the Geller book, right?
Yeah. Some people
think it's, and I actually was one of those.
I think everybody was one of those. Like I don't think anybody goes in thinking, oh, because the prices. I mean, you're charging a rate that, everybody started at some little hole in the wall, and they're charging $15 the size of ring. So looking at Geller prices, it's like, how in the world? So, man,
coffee's done. God, it's good.
Yeah, how in the world are we going to charge these prices? But then you realize the hole in the wall that you used to work at is no longer in business because they charge $15.
I'll say the common argument is, well, those prices just don't work in my area. And we've been on the record for this. I don't think there's blanket rules for every jewelry store in every part of the country or the world. I will agree with that. But I do think they spent a lot of time. And again, we won't go too deep into this. Maybe, who knows, maybe one day we'll get David. He's retired now. His nephew has taken over, so
oh, nice.
Maybe he's free to just chat about, the history of the book if you haven't done it. But he just spent so much time, because like when Brad, for instance, it's like, oh, well, to size a ring. All right, so you just size it. And we think of it as like a one-step thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's taken the time to go, well, it's not really that. It's, cleaning the ring first, and then you get it on your bench, and then you size it down, and then a stone or two might fall out, or you might have to tighten stones, and then you have to polish it, then you have to clean it, and then you have to, kind of stand behind your work, and then you might have to rhodium plate it. So it's actually quite a process, because some people say, like, oh, I can size a ring in 5 minutes. Yes and no, depending on, the whole thing that's needed. And so I was very reluctant in the early days to do it, and a bunch of jeweler friends just kept pushing me. And again, I will say, if I could imagine are very specific scenarios to where the pricing seems a little crazy. But once we implemented it, we got zero pushback.
And I think it's funny because I had the same attitude you did. But looking back at it now, I'm like, so this guy took all this time calculating all of these things, and I'm just like, nope, no, it's just too expensive.
It's $35.
Nope. And so, I mean, yes, and we don't charge Geller for everything, but I would say, if you're on the fence, you need to be closer to Geller than you think.
Well, I think that's the argument that they would make too, is because some places, if they're high-end store, very busy, or just other parts of the country, he would even say you can charge higher than those prices.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that would be my argument: is what you could do is invest in the book, start using it, and just say, hey, we're going to do 20% less or 10% less. That way, because at least it's been mapped out for you. And what it really does is, we both know, Brad, when we do bring in, new hires, a lot of times they're part-time, it makes pricing things so much easier with like the little cheat sheet that they have. And so it's very self-explanatory. Oh, I did forget to, my phone's buzzing.
Oh, here we go.
Someone asked me to call them and I forgot.
This seems like we have a sponsorship from, just so you know, we're not getting paid.
No, we're not.
In no way. We're not even getting a free update.
Truth be told, everyone will be updated when we get paid to do anything because we'll be so excited.
We'll be the first. There will be a special podcast just for that.
Exactly.
It might be a video podcast of just Dusty rolling around in cash.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Or BJ Mandrell.
Yeah, this is just us just talking. I don't know. It's funny that we had an actual backup topic planned for today, and we might not even get to it because now we're just off in the trenches.
A good topic.
We're just talking news.
So it's hard to get people to think, okay, let me spend money just so I can get a book that tells me to charge more expensive prices. So if somebody doesn't want to jump all in and buy the book, what would you say? Like, is there like, hey, you need to be maybe check your competitors in the area? You need to be maybe.
I don't even know. I mean, to me, I've changed so much on this because in the early days when I first opened the shop, it was just me and small overhead, small shop. And so my mentality was I get to be cheaper than everybody else.
Yeah, you just need to make X amount of dollars a week. So however you do it.
And I get that mentality because that was mine. And it was just the way I thought about it. And I thought I was new. I had to be competitive. And but then as business grows, you realize you're just working a lot.
And who wants to do that?
No, right. I mean, it's like the same thing. It goes with battery prices. It's, at some point it's like, okay, this is like I'm just doing a lot of batteries because I'm the cheapest. I do like I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to mess up this kind of mentality to shift. David Geller would explain it like this. If 100 people come into your store and you say the price of whatever, it could be battery, watch sizing, ring sizing, stone replacement, whatever, and 100 out of 100 people say, all right, sounds good, let's do it. I think his argument would be that your prices are too low.
Correct.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, he would say you want around 90% to say like yes.
That's good. That's a good one.
So what, 10 out of 100, 1 out of 10 should say, hey, that's a little more than I wanted to spend. And that's how you know you're right. Your prices are right on the cusp of where they need to be, which makes me wonder if we should raise our battery prices again.
For real.
Because nobody's saying no. Gosh.
But the other, I would kind of push back on that is, and maybe this depends on where you're at, but when we were at our the place we were before in the mall, man, probably half the customers complained about prices, and that was so cheap. And so I think it was just like where we were, and
yeah, that's my whole perspective for everyone who asks for advice, which is why I always get frustrated because at some point, like I had to learn my area and my market and what works and what doesn't work. And right now we're in a place where we're the only jewelry store left in town.
Yep.
So I really don't think about Geller price as much. I'm like, here's the price.
Yeah, right.
I've got a crap ton of work, so if you say that's too much, like I just sit back down and get right back to work. And I know that's not everybody's case. I don't know what it's like to have, 4 jewelers in your town.
Right. Yeah.
But I would argue if all 4 of them would get on the Geller pricing, that would really level the playing field, and it's a win for everybody, is my argument.
That's collusion, Dusty. It's illegal.
I don't know. How long do we want to talk about the Geller book? I'm in favor of it, but I know there's a few actually really good jeweler friends who are just like, I don't, and most of them that say I just don't need it and I don't want it are one-man shops.
Mm-hmm.
And
yep.
I don't disagree with them.
Would you say their prices are below what Geller would charge?
Oh, yes, for sure.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if they were just like, no, I don't need it because I charge $500 the size of a ring.
And the couple I'm thinking of, I know they're one-man shops and they do wholesale work too. And so they've kind of come up with their own kind of pricing list, which is fine. I think, hey, if you don't want, I get it, but I'm a little lazy, truth be told, and I'm busy. It's a bad combination.
Sure is.
So the fact that somebody's went through the trouble to do all this for me, I just take advantage of it. And like you said, Brad, there are many times where I look at it, I'm like, ooh, that seems steep, and I just lower the price. Mm-hmm. And there's other times where I'm like, that actually seems a little too cheap for how much work I'm about to do. And we just add to the price, but it's just a good reference, yes. Yep. And so I would say if you don't, want to buy into that kind of system, at least just sit down one day and write out your prices. And by now you should have, if you have not raised them from 2023 pricing, then
for real,
you in trouble.
All right, that was good.
So next,
look at us.
Next news story, jewelry news story. I don't know if you know about this, Brad, but Matt Stuller is stepping down as CEO of his own company.
What?
Yeah. He's going to stay on the board, apparently. Let me see.
I don't even know if I knew that there was. I think I knew that Stuller was like a family-owned company, but I didn't know that it was like a guy, Mr. Stuller.
Yeah, it says as of effective January 1, Matt Stuller is going to remain on the board as a board chair, and longtime president, not CEO, President Danny Clark will become the new CEO effective January 1.
Dang.
And the reason I thought about it is because I'm in a group chat with a few jewelers, and I don't think any of them know that I have a podcast. But this one was so this was unprovoked, but the reason it caught my attention was he sent our group chat like the little email from Stuller saying that
releasing the news about
releasing the news. So and this was his commentary with unprovoked. He said, I don't know if any of you guys have ever met or talked with Danny. So that's going to be the new CEO. But one time I was at JCK, maybe 3 years ago, and he sat down and we talked for almost an hour. He was a super chill guy,
chill guy.
And I was amazed at how high up at a company, high up at a company their size would sit and talk to little old me, because he's another friend of mine who's just got a little one-man shop type thing. Mm-hmm. And he said that they just chatted for almost an hour just with, just a regular old customer of Stuller, nothing, no big fancy client or nothing. So that's kind of cool.
That is cool.
I did text our contact. We have a contact at Stuller outside of our local rep, and he did not get back to me at this time.
He's probably upset he did not get the position.
Oh yeah, he's trying to work his way up. I hope to have him. I'm not going to say his name, but I hope to have a good friend of ours on. We've known for a long time, and he's a cool story because he works at Stuller currently. He's held various positions there. Great guy, but he actually started out just working in a jewelry store and managing a jewelry store. And so I always tell him I think he is the most valuable employee at Stuller because he has that insight that a lot of people that get hired that live down in Louisiana might not have.
What do you got against Louisiana?
No, I'm just saying because they probably employ thousands of people that their first experience in the jewelry industry is working for Stuller, and that's not a fair perspective,
Seemed like a shot at Louisiana.
It's not.
Is that the Crescent State? Because that's what I didn't want to keep saying Louisiana. I just wanted, that was a shot at the Crescent State, but I didn't know if it was.
Is it?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think that's right, but I could be wrong.
Is it
Croissant State, maybe?
That's it.
Oh man!
Go ahead.
Speaking of Stuller, they're celebrating their 55th anniversary, and Brad, guess what they're going to do to celebrate?
What? Sell a bunch of crap?
Yep. But in all of their November shipments that are coming our way, I have not paid attention, but I should have. They are putting in a special flavor Dum Dum just for this month.
What?
Mm-hmm. Do you want to know what it is?
Yes.
Birthday cake.
I was going to say birthday cake.
It is, yep. Maybe we shouldn't have made this our podcast topic because I think that's all of my my news for the week.
Okay. Wait. Okay, so New Orleans is the Crescent City.
Oh, okay. Well, they're in Lafayette. Stuller is.
Yeah, but so wait, Louisiana.
I feel like a sellout because all we've done so far is promote Geller, Blue Book, and Stuller, like the biggest names in the jewelry industry.
Right, and we're not getting paid anything. It's ridiculous. Wait, no, hold on. Okay, keep going. I'm just looking up what they're considered.
Well, technically, Brad, we could do this briefly because this was we talked about just having this episode was originally going to be just talking about laser welders as a bench jeweler, and now we have about 15 minutes or less.
I don't know if anybody knows what the stupid whatever. Okay, I'm tired of looking. But yeah. New Orleans, Crescent City, don't know why. On. I guess that's why.
How about this? Let's save this laser topic for a little bit. I'm trying to think. Have we had anything exciting? I feel like a couple things happened this week that was just of note.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Oh, we did have a customer call and said, "Hey, I can be there in 10 minutes. Can I get my ring sized?"
Oh, yeah, that happened. Yeah, that's
And Dusty was like, yeah, I mean, we can take it in, but that takes a few days for us because we're backlogged. He's like, oh, so I can't just come and get it sized? It's like, no, bro.
It's not how it works. I think we're experiencing, Brad, the pre-Thanksgiving, pre-holiday lull.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, other news, our part-time girl,
yes.
Ari, who we have mentioned many times.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we've talked about this, Brad, but we hired her, early in the year? Let's see, March maybe?
February.
February?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so to me, because that was when the artist formerly known as BJ Mandrill, is that what it was?
No, I think it's Mandrill.
Okay. He was leaving us, and so we're like, well, we need to get our part-time person. We need to have them ready, rocking and rolling for the holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
So if we hire her in February, March, by the time November hits, she's going to just be ready to really be of service to the store.
Because that would give us like 9 or 10 months to get ready.
Yeah.
And, I mean, nothing else can happen in 9 months.
Yeah, so we're like, we got 9 months. Here we go. So... sweet Ari, who is probably one of the sweetest young ladies you'll ever meet, started working, and she just had such a great attitude, and she's like, I'm just going to learn the Edge and the Geller Blue Book, and she was reading through it and figuring out the Stuller website, just, kind of touching all the points we've hit today. Learned how to enter inventory and help customers. And how many weeks did she work here before she said, hey, I got some great news? I'm pregnant. And it's their first kid. They're a young couple.
Yep.
Some of our really good friends.
Yep.
And immediately in my head, I'm excited because that's awesome, right? But simultaneously in my head, I'm doing the math.
And
I'm like, okay, so you just found out, so you're probably 6 to 8 weeks pregnant. That means you got about 7 more months. Oh, good. You'll have a baby right before the holiday season. This is freaking tastic.
So like there's a smile on our face, but in our head it's like the Julia Roberts meme with the numbers and the figures.
Oh, yeah. It's like, oh gosh, Lord help us. I'm like, we needed you in here to get ready for this season. And anyway, long story short, on Sunday night, yeah. Let's see. What was the date? Here, let me look up the date. It was on November. I don't know when this will get aired. Right? November 2nd, late that night, her and her awesome husband had their first baby named Georgia.
He's all right. He's not. I wouldn't go awesome.
Do you think they named her Georgia because we're in the state of Georgia? Psych. Y'all don't know where we are.
We could be.
But,
no, she named it after her father.
Yeah, I know. And so...
It's not a joke, though.
So I know. I'm not...
You were laughing.
I was
hysterically.
not laughing.
We had the part you just edited out.
I bet she's going to be... She always listens to all of our episodes.
She does.
And I think she learned some stuff. So shout out to you, Ari.
She did not want to be a guest, though.
We miss you. I know those last few weeks leading up to the baby coming, she was over it.
Dude, she was a trooper, though.
She was. She did. She was...
She had about 4 fans pointed at her to keep her
We have
cool.
so many fans. Gosh. It's like everywhere that there's an outlet, there's also a fan. So no matter where she stood or sat, there was a fan blowing on her.
But she did great. We're proud of her.
She did. Yep. It's I always wonder what it's like to
Have a
like
baby?
to
Be
have
pregnant?
a baby. Yeah, I wonder what that's like. But like trying to stand behind the showcase and your belly's making you stand like 1 foot away from it.
Just plop it up on top of the showcase?
I do know that every time something was dropped, one of us had to help her pick it up. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of I was over that. I was ready for this baby to come so she can start picking up her own stuff.
Man.
But she
We
was
had the worst part of it.
We did. Yeah, we had to. It was always cold.
Mm-hmm.
Had to pick up stuff, and lunch was always based on what she wanted.
Oh, it's the worst.
It's like, oh, I don't want. I'm really in the mood for Taco Bell.
And now we have a person who's allergic to everything.
Oh my gosh! All right, so yeah, well, we're just doing life updates before all these future episodes have
All these guests.
all these guests we have lined up. But yeah, so what happened was so last week, so a couple of weeks ago, an old employee who was here part time. It was one of those instances where she had got laid off from a job or something, and she was like, "Hey, if you need help around during the holidays," and this was what 3-4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, honestly, that would be great because I've known her for a long time, and she's super friendly and easy. She can talk to customers, and she's just a real like go-getter type. And
that's an understatement.
Oh yeah. We'll probably get into that in another day.
Yep.
But so she stopped in, and this is bring it back to real life. A few months prior to that, she came in and was like, "Hey, my dad passed away, and he had all these gold fillings."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, we get it from time to time. She's like, "Do y'all buy that?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Well, when she brought the gold fillings in, there was lots of tooth still left in there. Boy, lots of tooth. I mean, it was like mostly tooth. And it was a lot of gold, too. I was surprised at how much gold that man had in his mouth.
Ugh.
And when she came in a few weeks ago, she was like, "Hey," and it was funny because she would randomly text me, "Hey, did you break out all those teeth?" Because I asked her, I was like, "If you could take a hammer and break all those teeth out, that would be ideal because
I don't want to do it.
I don't want to do it." And then she finally, after a few weeks, was like, "I just can't do it. You're going to have to do it." And I didn't want to do it, so it sat in my box for, months. And so she texted me, was like, "Hey, I could use that gold money." I was like, "I actually did you a favor because when you dropped this off, gold was under $3,000.
You're welcome.
And now it's like $4,200 when she brought it in. So she got top dollar for her dad's teeth. And but she also said, "Hey,"
that should be our slogan. Get top dollar for your dad's teeth.
So nasty. God. Oh, but I was hammering I had to use. Bro, there was a smell.
Oh,
because it was the most teeth I've ever seen in gold fillings when they come in. Because usually we get like just a little piece here and there. It was so much, bro. And I think a lot of it is still just spread out over on my little desk area because I didn't.
Oh, it does.
It's so nasty. It's so nasty. Like I don't even want to touch it. It's just sitting over there now in a pile. But some of it just like, and it like splats, like just the powder and the old tooth decay. Anyway.
Yep.
Where was I going with this? So she was like, "Hey, I just got laid off from my job." So this is a cycle for her, apparently. Just kidding. But she was like, "I'm free for the holidays." And I'm like, I was like, I don't know what. Because me and you had already planned, like, we're just going to be troopers. And we're just going to find a way to make it work. But also.
Reluctantly agreed to that, yes.
But also, October was so awful, we came to the conclusion of like, bro, we cannot do this. We cannot do this. And so I finally was like, "Hey, I'm sure you probably forgot a lot of stuff. So why don't you come in?" This was last week. I said, "And let Ari kind of," because we're starting to get all of the inventory we've ordered for the holidays. Mm-hmm. And I just don't have time to do it. And I said, "Ari, if you can just show her how to do it and remind her." And she just came and hit. So last week we had 2 part-time people. And that allowed me and Brad to really get caught up because we didn't have to help customers. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, it was Halloween. And so we are like in pretty, we're not caught up by any means, but we're in good good shape.
We're in great shape, yep.
And so then she had the baby. So the timing
could not be bad.
I can't stop burping. It's coffee. Jesus. I'll edit it out. Just kidding. So that's
Yes,
life
we have a
update around the shop
new
here.
person. She is like a machine when it comes to inventory, though. Like, just
For real.
gets it done. So,
And she is also like a organizing freak.
oh yeah, she is the most type A person I've ever met.
Oh yeah. So there are some things that she handled and took care of like 4 years ago that we're just like, yeah, that's just the way we do it now because that's what she told us to.
She told us to.
She comes in like she's the boss and we just fall into place because it'll be like, why is this
Dusty
here?
answers to her.
I know. It's like she'll be like, why is this here? I'm like, oh, it's just where I want it. Well, that's not where we're going to put it anymore. Oh, okay.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
We should tell the one famous story before we have to log off.
Oh yeah. Yep.
When she came 4 years ago, it was, keep in mind, for a long time it was just me, and the busier we got, the less I cleaned and the less I organized, and so it kind of looked like
You're not known for your cleanliness.
I'm not. It's not my forte. Nope. And so she came in like a wrecking ball in a good way, and was like, "Well, we got to fix this." And her first, Brad, you want to tell them what was her first thing that she had an issue with that was just the biggest deal ever?
Well,
keep in mind we have very limited space here.
Right. So we kept the microwave, which we rarely used.
We never used it.
Never used it.
Also, keep in mind it was here before I got here. I bought a store that closed down, and so there was a lot of things that were I just left them the way they were.
Where was the microwave, Dusty? Where was it?
The microwave, because there was no other place to put it, was in the bathroom.
And she was very disgusted by that.
She was like, why is there a microwave in the bathroom? And then she kept saying there's poo particles
in the microwave.
But I'm like, no, the microwave kills the poo particles.
Right. Unless you don't use it. Like, we had not used it.
Truth be told, Sherman used it. Because he would go to, like pick up breakfast on the way, and he'd grab himself, 2 biscuits and eat one for breakfast, and then he would keep one, and then at lunch he would just go pop it in the microwave.
Oh, never knew that about him.
I might have used it, once or twice, but I never... So when she was like, we're getting rid of this, I'm like, but what if we need it? I'm that person, by the way, in life. That's why my
100%.
Desk. I said it, Brad. Desk. That's why my bench looks like a crap hole, because I'm just like, well, I might need that. I might need that broken heart burr that doesn't cut anymore.
You've got so many broken burrs and everything.
I could use it for something one day.
Yeah,
that's me. That's my personality.
So the Pelican State, Dusty. I looked it up. It is the Pelican State.
Is that why they're?
I guess
basketball team.
Yeah, they're the Pelicans. I
have not even. Are they even? It feels like they're not even a real basketball team anymore.
They just beat the Hornets.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Last night?
I think so. Maybe. I don't know. Depends on when we're recording. But we do have to open up.
I know. Well, this was, it's one of those episodes. Not every episode's going to be exciting, but...
What do you mean? That was exciting.
It was a little different, huh?
Yeah.
But I am really pumped for the next few weeks.
Y'all, we'll believe it when we see it. Don't get pumped. Don't get excited.
Don't get your hopes up. Also, just quick reminder before we close it out. I'm going to try my best, because everyone knows 6 a.m. Eastern time on Tuesdays, new episodes drop. And what we're going to try to do is on Mondays, do early release on YouTube only. Really got to get them YouTube numbers up, people.
Mm-hmm. What did we call it? Brad and Dusty's early release? Catch it on YouTube.
Okay. On that note, guys, it's November in the jewelry industry. So don't forget to order all your ring boxes and bags and get all your inventory done, because we have a few weeks before it gets crazy.
Yep.
And thank you guys for listening to another episode of Bench Jeweler Memes Podcast.
Bye.